Welcome back to Good Morning Colorado. You're taking a look at La Veta this morning. Also, as Marty was saying, Pueblo looking beautiful. Same with La Veta. Some nice cloud coverage, blue skies, and of course that mountain range in the background. Your time right now is 6:12. Let's get a check on the weather forecast with Storm Tracker 13's Marty V. Marty, what do we have going on today?
Another beautiful morning, as you mentioned. Then I'll give you another camera shot. This one from our VR Wireless Neighborhood Weather Network camera, looking over the Sangre de Cristos at the sunrise through the clouds, and camera bouncing around a little bit. There's always some wind up there at pass level, and that's been no different this morning. Temperatures right now are comfortably cool in the 50s to around 60 at lower elevations, 30s and 40s over the mountains and mountain valleys. Heard from Larry in Divide, mid-40s. He's had about 8/10 of an inch of rain over the last week. It's been a good week for rain in that regard, and we may have some more today. FUTURECAST shows some of the clouds and tries to suggest a few sprinkles this morning, but those are generally done. By 4 o'clock, you see some scattered showers and thunderstorms breaking out again, generally along and west of the interstate, and focused on the higher terrain, say to the west of Canyon City and around the Pikes Peak region. Prior to that, though, it's going to get pretty warm again. Like yesterday, severe weather doesn't look to be a great threat, but like yesterday, there could be a stronger cell out there capable of producing some 1-inch diameter hail and maybe some strong wind gusts around 60 miles an hour, similar to what we had in the Pueblo area during the evening hours. Still appears that more of that activity will be up to our north, but I wouldn't rule it out entirely here in the southern part of the state either. Temperatures will reach the 80s and 90s before the storms arrive, at least at lower elevations. 60s and 70s up across the high country with 80s for the southern valleys. Again, it gets considerably cooler anytime storms come by, and that'll be no different today. And so you see these crossing the interstate here through the evening hours. There's some bright colors on the map, so even if we don't get severe weather, which again isn't going to be likely with most of the storms, we could still get some bursts of heavy rain, gusty wind, frequent lightning, and maybe some small hail. And these things should then cruise east out onto the plains here through the late evening hours before they start to fall apart. So really the only difference between yesterday and today is that the storms may be slightly less numerous in coverage. Other than that, everything looks about the same. Wake up tomorrow morning, should have a partly cloudy sky. Temperatures probably drop off into the 50s and 60s again at lower elevations. We'll still have some cool air up across the high mountain valleys with 30s and 40s. We'll go with 50s for Salida. Anyway, it's a nice looking morning like yesterday. If you have to get some stuff done outside, your best bet is to do that through this morning or early this afternoon before the storms start to pop up again. But no sign of anything like that is seen from our WireNet camera right now. We get a real warm week ahead. Periods of wind, we're going to continue to expect scattered showers and thunderstorms on a nearly daily basis, some days more than others, and we'll talk more about that in our extended forecast coming up shortly.
I kind of like how it's sunny in the morning and then we get a nice little rainfall.
It's a little variance, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, it got hot, I mean, quick yesterday.
Yeah, at 8 a.m. it was so hot, yeah.
I was doing a little yard work in the early afternoon. My kids were like, geez, Dad, it's really hot today. And then, 10 minutes later, clouds come over the mountains and the rain starts. And then
boom, it's raining.
Open the windows and let the fresh air in.
Well, you didn't get sunburned.
Not too bad, a little bit on my back.
Yeah, you did all right.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Marty.
You're welcome.